There are quite a few ways to play Skull Servant, but this one is mainly a pure version with a little bit of Tearlaments. Starting with 3 Skull Servant, the original, 3 King of the Skull Servants, gains 1000 attack for each Skull Servant and King of the Skull Servants in grave, and if destroyed by battle, can banish a Skull Servant from grave to special this. 3 Wightprince, all of the white cards count as Skull Servants in grave, and if this was sent to grave, you can send a Skull Servant and the Lady in White from your hand or deck to grave. You can also banish itself and 2 Skull Servants from grave to special King of the Skull Servants from deck. 3 the Lady in White, face up level 3 or lower zombies except itself, can't be destroyed by battle and are unaffected by spell and trap effects. 2 Wightprincess, if summoned, can send a Wightprince from deck to grave and can send itself from hand or field to grave to decrease the stats if they have a level or rank. 3 Wightbaking, if sent to grave, you can add 2 monsters with different names that mention Skull Servant and then discard one. 3 Wightlord, if you have a Skull Servant in grave, you can send this from hand or field to grave and send cards from top of the deck to grave up to the number of Skull Servants in grave. 2 Knightmare, can discard this to special a banished Lady in White or King of the Skull Servants, or return a banished Skull Servant or Knightmare to grave. 3 Uni-Zombie, can discard one to increase a monster's level by 1, and can also send a zombie from deck to increase the monster's level. 2 Samurai Skull, when normal summon sends a zombie to grave from deck. 3 Mezuki, can be banished from grave to special a zombie from grave. 1 Tearlaments Scheiren, can special this from hand and send 1 monster from hand to grave, and then send the top 3 of deck to grave. 1 Merrli, if summoned, you can send top 3 of deck to grave, and if these are sent to grave, you can fusion by shuffling them into deck. 3 Perlereino, adds a Tearlament from deck. 1 1-for-1, sends a monster from hand to grave to special level 1 from deck. 1 Foolish Burial, sends a monster from deck to grave. 3 Burial from a different dimension, returns up to 3 banished monsters to the grave. And for the extra, Almiraj and Anima to get monsters into the grave. Vampire Sucker can draw 1 if a zombie is specialed from grave. 1 Avendread Savior, during damage calculation can send a zombie from deck to grave to decrease the opponent's monster's attack. 1 Vampire Fascinator, can special a monster in opponent's grave to your field and contribute a vampire to take control of opponent's monster till end phase. 1 Immortal Dragon, main effect is it can send a zombie from deck to grave. 1 Masquerena, quick effect, link summon in main phase. 1 Knightmare Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn, discard 1 to remove a card from field. 1 Gryphon, if link summon, can discard 1 to set a spell or trap from grave, and special summon monsters can't activate their effects unless they are linked. 1 Borrelsword, helps to do damage. 1 Fucho, unaffected by card effects and can detach to and can't be destroyed by battle for a turn. 1 Ensemblue Robin, if opponent special summons, you can detach 1 and return the monster to hand. And 1 Mudragon, to summon with the tier cards. And that's the deck at about $24. It is pretty cool when King of the Skull Servants gets to super high attack.